Hey friends, welcome back to your virtual studio. In this practice, we won't be using a whole lot of props. We just need our bodies. We will maybe use a blanket or just something to layer under your knees when we do get to the floor portion of this practice, but that's pretty much it. We are going to go through our cars today. So this is a full body practice, checking in on all of our joints. We'll keep things relatively mellow, so not the highest energy exertion, not the most mellow either, but just a way to tune up, kind of like the Tin Man, getting a little oil into all of the little joints, okay? So that we can move and groove and do any other things that you have to do today. All right, let's get started by standing and just kind of coming to any comfortable position with your legs close together, but not touching. They're just about hip-width distance apart. Just let your arms hang naturally. They can face forward or they can face in. And just take a couple of breaths here. Your eyes might soften and close when you're ready, just to tap into the breath first. What's it like to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose? In through the nose, out through the nose. Body is still soft and relaxed. Slowly on the next breath, we might start to hug the feet into the ground a little bit more and invite the muscles of the legs to hug the bones of the legs. Bringing that energy a little bit higher to the trunk, to the chest, to the eyes. Let them flutter open. Resetting any space around your chest, your shoulders, so that your arms are now energetically just pointing down. So we're practicing a variation of mountain pose or Tadasana. Take another breath here, letting the crown of your head grow even taller. On the next breath, the arms are going to soften some of their energy, the legs can soften some of their energy, and the chin will tuck. Now we're going to do a spinal articulation. So after your chin tucks, see what next part of the upper back can round forward. And then we're going to stay at the upper back for quite some time because there's a couple of vertebrae up there. Such funny words, vertebrae. Now we're slowly getting towards the mid-back. And we're just slowly getting to the lower back. We're just starting to hinge at the pelvis. We are now arriving maybe towards what feels like a forward fold. And the knees can do whatever they want here. They can lengthen, they can bend a little bit more, or do a little bit of both like I am. Now, if you're taking some sways in this forward fold, find a little pause and connect to the feet a little bit more. Take a look at them and notice how they can really push the ground away. Let's bend the knees next, dropping the pelvis so that now you can push the ground away as you continue to point the tailbone, squeeze through the legs a little bit, stacking the rest of the spine up nice and slow where the head can come up last. And let's do that one more time. Tuck the chin. This is going to be a very slow journey. Take your time with it. Really allowing this to be a moment for each segment of your spine to be greeted, rather than just kind of rushing through different areas. Take it all nice and slow, nice and even. And then make your way right back up, but feeling that in the reverse direction, we're working against gravity. So there's a different force. So you might hug the legs down a little bit more, really slow down on the way up. And the head comes up last. Good. Let the arms then move forward. We're moving towards shoulder blade articulations or scapular cars. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. and move your shoulder blades forward. Your arms are in a wide V shape. Squeeze them together. Your hands get a little closer, and then they move apart. Let's keep them apart. Keep your shoulder blades forward, and then lift them up towards your ears. Keep them lifted, squeeze them together. Keep them squeezed, hug them down your lower back. Keep them down, push them forward, reverse it. Squeeze while they're tucked down. Keep them squeezed, but lift them up. Keep them lifted, separate them forward, keep them forward, but hug them down. Squeeze one last time, bring them up one last time, and this time bring your arms all the way up with you. Let the arms open out to a T shape. Internally rotate both arms. Let the arms now reach behind you. So we're moving into shoulder cars, both arms together. Let the arms move down. Rotate palms facing up. Squeeze through your feet so that when your arms come up, your ribs aren't lifting that much or your chest isn't going into a back bend. So we're steady here, hugging the chest, almost like it's down towards the floor, especially when we reach behind us and the chest wants to cave in and kind of round the spine forward. Let's resist that energy. One more time, forward and up. Out, in, back. Can you reverse it? High five the ceiling back here. Then move your arms away from the body. Externally rotate, reach up, keep the ribs down. Palms are gonna face behind you so that when you surrender your arms forward, there they are, palms shining forward. Internally rotate as the arms graze the side of your body so that again, high-fiving the ceiling. This is how we begin. We move them out. Find the external rotation that leaves your arms up, palms pointing to the space behind you. Give a good little squeeze to the arms. Present your palms forward. Last one here. Internally rotate as your arms graze the side body, palms leading the way. Good. Slowly reaching out. Let's meet with the arms up over the head here. Bring the left arm down to the side of the body. The right arm is going to continue to reach up and over for a lateral bend in the spine. So the spine not only articulates forward, it goes sideways as well. Let's come back to center. Just with control, let that right arm release down. Let the left arm come forward and up. Reaching that left arm up and over. Keep the left foot nice and heavy. Good. Back to center. Beautiful. Good. Here, create a little shelf with your arms by bending the elbows. Then continue to bend the elbows all the way as if you were squeezing some oranges at your elbows, right? So you're really trying to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. From that squeeze, I'm going to turn around here so you can see that my hands are visible somewhat. But when I internally rotate my arms, my hands kind of disappear. So let's try that together. Externally rotate your forearms. Your palm is facing out behind you. Internally rotate your forearms. Your hands are kind of shifting in position. Rotating the forearm. Now keep your palms facing forward and slowly extend, but you're trying to keep your arms glued to your trunk. Just straighten the elbow. Now bring the back of your hand, the same position, right back. Rebending the elbow, squeeze. So we're bringing extra energy into this. One more time, same direction. While we're down here, rotate your forearms, just your forearms. Your arms aren't able to rotate because they're kind of glued to your trunk. So only your forearms rotate. Bend the elbows again, bringing the pinkies by the shoulder. Then when you internally rotate, your pinkies kind of change positions. Now the thumbs are pointing in, okay? Bring the palms down from this direction. Good. And then again, bring the back of the hands back up. Switch it. Rotate the palms or the forearms, not just the palms, and extend. So these are your elbow cars. Rotate down here and pick it back up. So some elbow flexion and extensions. Rotate it for the last time. We add rotations too by squeezing through the arms. Good. Let that go. Shake it out. Regroup so that we can do the wrist here. So we're going to bend our elbows, keep the shelf, squeeze everything again. Even your fingers. Wrist cars. Move your wrist in. I'm squeezing my legs and I'm allowing my feet to almost break the mat, like my legs want to split the mat apart. Drive into that power as you move your pinkies in towards one another and then downward. And then out and up. In, I'm going to move a little closer here so you can see what is happening is just movement at the wrist joint and not so much my forearms moving, right? We're just moving at the wrist. So you can even pause and do what I'm doing here, hold one wrist and then the other, just so that you know that you're not rotating the entire forearm. We already rotated the forearm. We already did the elbows work. Now it's just the wrist. All right, so see if you take your last rotations and then shake that out. Let it all go. We need to bring ourselves down to the mat to greet the rest of the lower body. And we're going to do that through a pelvic hinge. So let's do that together here. Coming back to that nice tall standing shape, bring your hands to the pelvis, to the sides of the hips here, and think about lifting your tailbone. I also call that sticking your booty out, right? Kind of lifting your butt. Tuck your tailbone and hide the butt. Now let's do that action a couple of times. Lifting the tailbone. We are tilting the pelvis forward, pubic bone down. Point the tailbone down, pubic bone lifts upwards. We are tilting the pelvis in the opposite direction. Forward and back. Good. After you find a couple of those pelvic tilts, let's stay with the tailbone pointing down. Lock into that sensation with the rest of your spine. Tie in your trunk with your pelvis. So the next time you do lift your tail, squeeze your legs, the entire trunk is going to come with you. Moving towards what feels like a half forward fold, but then reverse the work or the hinge and come right back to stand. See if you do that 2 more times. Hinging forward, nice and slow. The knees can bend as much or as little as you need. The feet are gripping the mat. They are the base of this work, so let them find that grip. Good. Let's take the next hinge into a forward fold. So you might pause through the center and then release as much or as little as you'd like. Let's make our way towards tabletop position, bringing ourselves into our hands and knees position. Good. We did our wrist cars, so our hands are nice and ready to do their support in our tabletop. Our right leg is going to move back next, and we're going to keep the ball of the foot onto the mat. Reach your heel behind you. Just giving a little bit of a calf stretch. You can rock forward and back. Then try to find the center again. Where is the middle? Where is that neutral base? Squeeze the booty as you start to lift that leg. Once that leg is lifted, did your spine move into a big back bend, right? Can you keep neutral, which is a little bit of work into the core and a little bit of work into the hands. So now your hands are gripping just like your feet were earlier. Let your ankle find a couple of ankle cars back here. Point. Forward, out, back, in. All directions, nice and slow. Good. The next time that you have your foot flexed, so your toes are pointing down, heel is coming up, bend your knee, bring your heel towards your sit bone. Keep the glutes squeezed, so you can keep that knee nice and high, and then point your foot. While your foot is pointed, extend your knee. Flex your foot to bend. Point to extend. And we get a little hamstring curl and a little greeting to our knee. Good. Almost done. Of course, pause whenever you need to. And then when you're ready, let that knee come down. Take a little seat, unload the hands, unload the shoulders. Little shake, release. Take a breath. Let it go. You can return back to your hands or back to your forearms. We just need access to the left leg again, or just to the left leg. Bring that ball of the foot back, rock your heel forward and back, and then find the center again. Keep the energy of your neutral spine, of your arms hugging in and supporting the upper body. Then bring a little squeeze into the glute so that left leg comes up. From here, finding some ankle cars, point the foot in all its great directions. Try to see that the leg isn't swinging around and it's just the ankle. Squeezing through the hands, squeezing through the fingertips a little bit here. Bend your knee, bring your heel towards your sit bone, and then point your foot. While your foot is pointed, extend your knee. Flex your foot to bend. Point to extend. And we get a little hamstring curl and a little greeting to our knee. And then again, go ahead, tuck that knee in and under, sitting over the heels. Take a breath, give a little shrug of the shoulders, a little release through the hands or through the fingers. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good. For this last segment, we are going to load the hands or the arms one more time. So if you were on your hands, you can come onto your forearms next, or you can stay on your hands if that still feels comfortable. You might also bring forearms over blocks, just to give you a little bit of elevation, just kind of bringing the floor up to you. So these are all different options for you to explore and find what feels more comfortable in your body. Now you've shifted your tabletop. Take a little cat and cow to reset your neutral spine. And we're going to move into our hip cars as the last movement. From here, bend your right knee, bringing your right heel towards the sit bone, pointing your foot, and then allow that knee to lift up. Again, as you do lift it, try not to let your pelvis tilt forward and move into a back bend. We're going to keep that pelvis neutral, that spine neutral, and just let the knee move forward underneath you towards the chest, not to the nose, and then out like a little clamshell opening out. When it's out, do an internal rotation. Point your knee down and in, and then it's automatically going to swing and point back behind you. Your knee is. Scoop that knee under again. Open like a clamshell. Internally rotate to point your knee down and then carry it behind you. Maybe one more. Forward. Open the clamshell. Internally rotate. And then see if you reverse it. Now, instead of a clamshell, it feels more like a puppy hydrant shape, right? That puppy peeing on a hydrant shape. And then the knee comes underneath. Spine is still neutral. This is a little bit of work here, or a lot of bit of work. Depends on your perspective. We're doing at least maybe 3 in each direction. Of course, take more or less as you need. Pause. You might leave the blocks there and take an extended child's pose variation rest. Just a little moment to release before we finish. And go ahead and bring yourself right back. Let's do our last set. We're gonna now find our neutral spine again. So any little wiggles to find the center, just making sure we're not sinking down. There's some good activity happening. Left knee is going to bend. Left foot comes towards the sit bone and we take the left knee off the ground. Feel your thigh bone, right? Having a little bit, or your thigh muscles perhaps having a little roll in this movement. Your glutes are also definitely engaged here. Let's start to bring that knee forward towards the direction of the chest, but not bending the spine. We're not trying to literally touch the chest, just moving in that direction. Open the hip out into its half clamshell. Internally rotate the thigh and carry the leg. It's a good squeeze. Our muscles are going to carry this thigh bone. Forward. Out. There is effort into the arms so that when you open the legs, you're not rotating and shifting the weight. We're resisting. We're keeping everything very balanced here. Good. Once you do your 3, reverse it. There's no rush. We're going to come out. Instead of the clamshell, we do a puppy hydrant pose, and then bring the knee back under. Bring it back, give a little squeeze to the glute, keep it going, you got it. Out, forward, and back. Good. Once you do your 3, let it go. Ease into your final child pose variation, or take a seat if you prefer. Notice the space that you've created. Maybe walking your hands back up towards a seat. And just taking a moment here to digest all of that work. We've touched in literally every joint in the body. We maybe didn't articulate toes or fingers. That's it. Everything else, got a little love, a little fresh fluid moving through it. And so just take a little moment here. You might be seated. You might have the urge to lie down. Go ahead and let that happen if that's the case. And just digest by using your breath. Can you just watch your breath now? Maybe feeling the warmth through different parts of the body. Noticing the information that you've received and exchanged with yourself. Just kind of tuning into each little joint. How are you feeling now? Let's create a little bit of balance and decide if there's anything else you'd like to bring into your mindfulness practice that you can perhaps extend beyond this moment into other parts of your practice or your life. Feel free to stay here for as long as you need. When you're ready to come back, just deepen the breath and let the light back in. Until then, continue to enjoy your space and your breath.